The Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope and his guest stars Betty Grable and Jackie Coogan.
So Easter time is done. We've always time for fun. Here's Tuesday night for your delight with Hope, your favorite son.
Thank you so much. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Pepsodent Kid, Bob Hope. Any similarity between Easter eggs and the eggs laid on this program tonight is purely coincidental. We had a big Easter parade out here in Hollywood this Sunday. The movie stars walked in the order of their importance. Clark Gable was just rounding the corner of Hollywood and Vine while I was still climbing over the Canadian Rockies. But you should have seen that Easter Day parade. Everybody wearing their newest clothes. One girl was wearing a silver fox that was still barking at her. Of course, I was really ready. I bought a suit at one of those credit stores, 90 days to pay. They give you a bicycle with every suit. But it doesn't do you any good. They give the collector a motorcycle. I had a nice Easter outfit. The pants are bright green, the coat is hangover purple. I can only wear it about 10 minutes at a time. I have to give the pants and coat a chance to get used to each other. Really, it's very nice. I got one of those new reversible top coats, too. You know, on one side it's a coat, and you turn it over and it's a badminton court. Oh, the whole outfit is so loud, the Maws have to get drunk before they'll come near it. Esquire offered me $50 to stay in the house Sunday. Certainly fixed that. I wore a very small boutonniere. Those big flowers always hide my Popeye button. And Bill Goodwin looked good. His socks were so long he didn't need garters. He held them up with his teeth. My socks were real silk, though, I know, because when I hung them up last night, out fell 2 salesmen with sample cases. But the hats the women are wearing this year, I've seen better lids on a double boiler. My girlfriend wore a pillbox hat, and was it embarrassing? A fellow with a heartburn followed us all day with a glass of water. She was wearing a veil, too. It wasn't exactly a veil. She just had bushy eyebrows, and she combed them down. Goodwin's girl had on one of those new hats, you know, the kind with a little bird perched on it. The bird looked real. In fact, 2 sparrows saw it, and one turned to the other and said, "Look, there's Herman. I told you he'd make good." Then his girl sneezed, and the 3 of them hopped off for Florida. And boy, after the Easter parade, I took my girl out to dinner. And boy, did she eat. That taught me a lesson. Never put a la carte before a horse. And here's our 6 hits and a miss singing Cuckoo in the Clock. Take it, talent.
There they were, he was baby talking her, and the cuckoo in the clock went cuckoo. Every 15 minutes he coo, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Be a pal, said the fella to the gal, and the cuckoo in the clock went cuckoo. I do believe they're starting to woo, 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 woo. They didn't know that everything they said was overheard. They didn't hear the little birdie giving them the bird. So he said with a sigh, "Who's your peachy pie?" And the cuckoo in the clock went cuckoo. Though I'm just a little cuckoo, I'm not as cuckoo as you. Then he closed the door and withdrew. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Dot-a-loon, di-do, doot-a-root-a-doo-di-do-di-do-di-do-di-do.
Every 15 minutes he crew. Cuckoo, cuckoo,
Cuckoo.
Dot-a-loon, di-do, doot-a-root-a-doo-di-do-di-do-di-do. Seems that he would get tired of that song that he sings, a cuckoo, a cuckoo, cuckoo.
They didn't know that everything they said was overheard. They didn't hear the little birdie giving them the bird.
So he said with a sigh,
"Would you like cutie pie?"
And the cuckoo
in the clock went cuckoo, just a little bit daffy, just a little slap happy. It's 1:45, cuckoo, you two, cuckoo, you two, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yes, sir, that was our 6 hits and a miss singing Cuckoo and the Clock. Say, Bill.
Yes.
Tell me, how did you and the cast like the trip we took down to the bullfights in Mexico?
Oh, Bob, I think it did us a lot of good getting away from the program for a while. You know, it was the first time I ever saw you just watching the bull.
Yeah. Mexico, the land of romance. Why, Bill, I wasn't in the country 10 minutes before a beautiful senorita tossed something from a balcony.
Really? What was it, Bob?
It was me, but that was an... But that was an interesting senorita you were with, Bill.
Yes, she was a lovely girl, but don't you think she was a little stout?
A little stout?
Yeah.
Goodwin, when she walked in the room, I thought it was Boulder Dam wearing a girdle.
Well, I guess she was rather sturdy, Bob. In the evening, you know.
Sturdy?
Yes, she was sturdy. In the evening, we kind of strolled down to the village fiesta there, and there was a beauty contest.
Did your girl win a prize?
Oh, yes. One girl got a prize for being the most beautiful, and another for being the most graceful, and my girl got a prize for being the most.
Well, Bill, I love those Mexican customs. You know, I'd make a good bullfighter.
What?
I'd make a good bullfighter, really.
Oh, now, but Bob.
Marvelous, I can get a lot of laugh in a straight line. All you have to do is take your tongue out, that's all. Go ahead.
You know, Bob, you've never actually done any bullfighting, have you?
Well, I didn't exactly fight a bull. I used to stand in the kitchen and egg on a mouse. I'd put a piece of pimento on a toothpick and infuriate them.
Well, hiya, Cheesy. Still got your trap open?
Why, Patsy Kelly, wow! Patsy, tell me, how did you enjoy the trip down to Mexico?
Oh, yippee. I had the time of my life.
Yeah, I saw that Mexican Romeo you were with. He was quite a cutie. His sideburns were so long, he had them tied in a bow under his chin.
Boy, there was a man. And did he have a chili and red pepper breath? We were sitting in the garden, and when he opened his mouth to whisper, I love you, 4 trees curled up and died.
That Mexican food is really hot stuff, isn't it?
Oh, hot. Bob, I ate so much enchiladas and chili that for 3 days my stomach swayed in rumba rhythm.
Skinny Ennis took you to the bullfights, didn't he?
Yeah, but the cheapskate made me stand behind the fence. We took turns holding each other up.
Really?
Uh-huh. In fact, I held Skinnay on my shoulders for the first 5 fights.
5 fights. Patsy, there were only 4 fights altogether.
I know. The 5th fight came after I found that out.
Say, you and Skinny really were stepping high, weren't you?
Oh, and how? And Skinny spent a little money. He bought me some perfume.
Perfume? What kind was it?
Well, I'm not so sure, but on the way home, we passed a swamp, and 3 muskrats hollered yoo-hoo at me.
Oh, that Skinny's a great guy.
Yes, but boy, is he anemic. As we walked along the path, a mosquito bit him, looked him in the face, and said, how do you expect me to live on one lousy corpuscle?
At least Skinny's kind of husky compared to that thin brother of his.
Oh, the brother. Now, there's a guy that's really thin. You know those ships that people make inside small bottles?
Yeah, does Skinny's brother build them?
Build them nothing. After they're finished, he crawls in the bottle and paints the names on them.
Hiya, fellas. Hiya, Skin.
Well, if it isn't Brett Butler, the goon with the wind.
Well, Skinny, tell me, did you find your trip to Mexico very educational?
Yeah, Bob. I even slept in an abandoned hacienda.
Well, tell me, did you learn anything new?
Yeah, man. I learned that La Cucaracha isn't only a song. Well, so long.
By the way, Patsy, what did your family think of Mexico?
Oh, they liked it. My father even smoked some of those Mexican cigarettes.
Your father smoked some of those Mexican cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Say, aren't they a little strong?
I don't know. The next time he flies by, I'll ask him. Well, so long.
Say, Bob, do you really think you'd be brave enough to fight a bull?
Oh, I think so, Bill.
Well, suppose you're in Mexico at the bullfight, you see. The bull is ferocious. He stamps his feet. He foams at the mouth, lowers his horns, and starts to charge. What do?
Well, I moved down to the $2 seat so I can get a good look. What else would you like to know, Bill?
Well, there is one question I'd like to ask, Bob, and it's this. Remember that old refrain, do your eyes say yes when your lips say no? But let me ask, do your eyes look gay and happy while your teeth look sad and dull? Now, isn't it a pity to let dingy surface stains dim the luster of your teeth and cloud the radiance of your smile? Isn't it time to change over to a new kind of dentifrice? Time to let Pepsodent toothpaste with Irium show you a thing or two? Irium is the lively super addition that gives Pepsodent its quicker, keener cleansing action. Irium helps Pepsodent toothpaste brush away those stubborn surface stains, makes it possible for your teeth to shine with dazzling brilliance. And Pepsodent is the only toothpaste that contains Irium. So if you want well-groomed teeth, then why not reach the goal with Pepsodent toothpaste containing Irium?